choose whichever seat you like. Okay, so welcome to your face mapping appointment with me, Dr. Periwinkle. Have you ever seen any other professionals to talk about face mapping before, or have you done any reading on the subject, or are you coming into this quite new? Okay, that's fine. So I can talk you through the basics to give you some idea of what face mapping is, and then hopefully by the end of today's session, when you leave, you'll probably have a few different ideas of little changes that you could make that might help to improve your skin. Okay? Now, is it okay with you if at some points I might touch your face, just kind of leaning close, maybe sweep your hair back, just to get a good look at your skin? Is that okay? Perfect. Okay. So, just as a brief introduction, face mapping is an ancient Chinese belief system whereby basically the idea is that what is showing up on your skin, on your face, gives an indication of some possible problems that might be going on inside your body. Okay, so different areas of your face, different zones they're called, might relate to different organs of your body. So the idea is that if you have a lot of acne, dryness, redness, congestion, itchiness, sensitivities in certain areas of your face, it might mean that there's something not quite right with the corresponding body part. Okay, so this isn't really a scientific technique, it's just more of a belief system based on the idea that energy flows through your body following certain patterns, and how certain bits are linked up to other bits. Okay, so it kind of follows the same similar ideas as Reiki, about energy flowing through you, okay, and how it's all connected. Every part of you is connected, okay? Good. We will also talk through a few more practical, bit more scientific ideas as well, related to your lifestyle and the environment, some kind of common sense ideas, okay? So overall this session is going to be quite holistic, so we'll talk through a few different approaches and how different parts of your face, different problems in each part, could have multiple different causes. So it's really just a basic introduction to give you some ideas and to get you thinking, okay? Perfect. So I do have a diagram to show you, but before we move on with that, do you have any particular concerns or issues or anything that's worrying you about your skin, whether it's something that's always been a problem for you, or maybe something that's just been a problem recently? Okay. Yeah. So those are quite common skin issues. Oiliness down the T-zone. I can see a little across this middle bit of your forehead, down your nose, and blocked pores down the sides of your nose, specifically right in those little corner bits. Okay, so those are common issues. Okay, perhaps any other issues like dryness, sensitivity, anything like that? Okay. Have you ever suffered with anything a little bit more serious? So, real skin conditions such as acne, eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, anything like that, anything that's been really, really troubling? Acne occasionally. Okay, so can you think of which areas of your face does it tend to show up? Does this happen frequently, or does it happen rarely? Do you tend to get just small breakouts like 1 or 2 pimples, or do you get quite severe breakouts? You don't have to answer all these questions, just bear these things in mind, okay? It's something to think about as we go through the face mapping, okay? Perfect. So what I'll do now is show you a little diagram, and then we can begin to talk through each section. So we'll begin by talking about your forehead, okay? Then we'll talk about the space between your eyebrows. We'll talk about your under eye area, okay? We'll talk about your nose, your cheeks, and your chin and jaw, okay? Those are the main areas that we'll be talking about, and some of the ideas kind of overlap. You'll see as we go through, some of the same things might keep cropping up. They're kind of important aspects of skin health overall, such as drinking a lot of water. So we'll probably be mentioning that quite a lot. Okay, so I'll show you the diagram now. Okay, so this is the diagram that we're going to be having a look at, and as you can see, it's broken up into different areas of your face. So the forehead, as you can see, is associated with your digestive system and your bladder. This area here in between your eyebrows and at the very top of your nose is related to your liver and the detoxification process. So have a look here. It says heavy foods, possible lactose intolerant, late night eating. So we'll get you thinking about your diet, whether you're having highly processed foods, whether you're having a lot of dairy, whether you're eating late at night, and other various aspects of your diet, maybe high alcohol consumption. Okay, As you can see, the under eye area relates to your kidneys, your chin, and going up along your jawline is unfortunately hormonal related, meaning there's not a lot we can do. There's a few things that might help, but hormones is something that we don't have a huge amount of control over. Then we've got your nose, which relates to your heart, and your cheeks, which relate to your stomach, and also it says here, poor skin hygiene, excessive oil and debris. So that's really referring to perhaps cell phones. You hold your phone up to your cheek, pillowcases, but we'll talk through that in a bit more detail later on, okay? So we'll begin by talking about your forehead, okay? So your forehead is really mostly associated with your digestive system and your bladder. So what both of these have in common, they're both related to the process of eliminating waste from your body. So if your digestive system is a bit sluggish, a bit slow, perhaps if you have irritable bowel syndrome, or if you have any kind of pains down in these areas, this could show up on your forehead in the form of spots, congestion, clogged pores. Okay, is it alright if I just have a little look at your forehead? Okay, would it be okay if I just brush your hair back out of your face a little bit so that I can see right up in the hairline? Thank you. Okay, let's just brush that back. There we go. So your forehead looks fairly good. I'd say it is slightly oily, but I can't see any active blemishes. Your hairline is looking very good, I would say. Just something to bear in mind if that changes. Problems along your hairline could also be related to hair products, shampoos, conditioners. Just make sure that you're rinsing them out thoroughly. And how often you wash your hair can play a part as well. Some people wash their hair every day and that works for them just fine. Other people find that daily is a bit too much and it can irritate your scalp, which can kind of come down a bit into your forehead, dandruff and things like that. Okay, if you use hairsprays, hair gels, wax, any kind of styling products, just to make sure to be careful that they don't touch your face. And if they do touch your face, just make sure to give your face a really good cleanse afterwards, because if these products remain on your skin, it can kind of start to build up and start clogging up your pores. Another thing to consider is sweat. So if you do a lot of activities such as running, cycling, etc., if you find that you're getting sweaty a lot, quite sweaty, and then it can drip down your face, down your forehead, down your hairline, and this can also create blocked pores and kind of contribute to oiliness. So make sure that after a good cardio session or a good gym session, just make sure that you're having a really good wash. Okay, but like I said, your hairline looks fine. So back to thinking about kind of your digestion and your bladder. So the main things to talk about here in terms of digestion: are you going to the toilet regularly? So regularly does differ for different people. Could be daily, could be every other day, whatever is normal for you. And just make sure that if you think that you could do with some improvements in this area, then I would suggest more fiber in your diet. Okay, so a good way to increase your fiber intake is more fruits and vegetables. Okay, and also switching out white foods for brown foods. So white rice to brown rice, white pasta to brown pasta, white bread to brown bread. Switching over to whole grains as much as possible. So where possible, whole grain food, whole food, more natural food, less processed food. Okay, more fruits, more vegetables. Okay, some cereals can be very good for fiber as well. I'd say cut back on the sugary cereals and opt for more high fiber cereals. Okay, you know, the ones like bran flakes, all bran, Special K, those kind of things. Weetabix, of course. Porridge is also fantastic, and as delicious as they are, Cocoa Pops, Rice Krispies, Cheerios, Lucky Charms, the sugary ones, I would say just have them a little bit less. Okay? Good. So in terms of your bladder, what we're really talking about here is fluid intake. So how much water are you drinking? So the general guidelines are to drink 2 liters of water a day, or approximately 8 glasses. I think nowadays not many people drink from a glass. Everyone drinks from water bottles, and plastic reusable water bottles are becoming more and more popular. Hydro flasks and the kind of metal water bottles. So a lot of them are very, very good. Many actually have measurements up the side telling you, drink this much by 10 a.m, this much by midday, this much by 3 p.m, etc. Okay, you know what I mean? Those are really, really good. So if you don't already have one of those, I do highly recommend them. Just make sure that you wash them frequently, because reusing them over and over again can get a bit of a build-up of grime and bits of germs and what have you. Okay, so aside from that, I would say that your forehead is actually in quite good condition. Like we said, you do have a bit of oiliness along your T-zone. That's actually quite normal, so I wouldn't worry about that, okay? You can just make sure that you cleanse your face twice a day using a product that is suitable for your skin type, okay? Nothing too harsh, I would say. Okay? Good, and you can also use toner or micellar water as well, just for a freshen up. I would avoid cleansing wipes as often as possible because they're not too great for the environment. Okay, but if you pop a little bit of cleanser or micellar water onto some cotton wool and you can just sweep it across your face, okay? Those can be a really good way to get a quick freshen up, bit of degreasing, okay? But aside from that, I'd say that you're fine with regards to your forehead, okay? Good. So we'll move on now to talk about this space in between your eyebrows, the lower part of your forehead, the upper part of your nose. So it's quite a small area, okay? Do you feel like you've had any issues with this area? Okay, well, what I can tell you is that it's related to your liver and the overall detoxification process, okay? So, getting toxins out of your body, okay? So, if you did have problems with this area, I would be looking at your diet, okay, and a few lifestyle factors. So, with your diet, so it could be high alcohol consumption. So if you feel like that's something that is part of your lifestyle, I would never tell you what to do with your life. I would just say all things in balance, okay? So it's completely fine to have alcohol. If you feel like you have perhaps a bit too much, I would just start to think about cutting it down, perhaps having 1 or 2 nights a week where you go alcohol free, or if it's more of a weekend thing, maybe one weekend you can do your normal thing and one weekend could be alcohol free, things like that. So it's all about balance and compromise, okay? Another factor could be sugar. Sugar is something that is currently a bit of a problem for me because it's quite addictive. When you start adding sugar in to your drinks, it's hard to break out of that habit. I'd say just cut down ever so gradually, almost unnoticeably. So if you're the kind of person who, like me, puts 2 sugars in your morning cup of tea or coffee, then perhaps just cut it down gradually to 1 3/4, then 1 1/2, then 1 1/4, then 1, and so on, until you feel like you don't need the sugar anymore, okay? Because it's a process breaking out of sugar. You can get some withdrawals such as headaches and fatigue if you was to just cut it out cold turkey, as they say. I'd say cutting it down would be the best way to do it as gradually as possible. So, as well as sugar in drinks, we could also be talking about sugary snacks lots of chocolate, lots of sweets, okay? Again, cut down gradually. I would never say eliminate anything entirely because, of course, life is for living and we wouldn't want to cut all the fun out of life. Just if you feel like your liver is getting a bit overloaded, I would just say start to bring it back to the basics, okay? Another factor could be food allergies that you aren't aware of, so perhaps you have a bit of an intolerance to dairy or wheat or gluten, etc., and maybe you aren't aware of it, so you continue to consume. I would say if you think that you might have an issue with these things, then we could do some food intolerance or food allergy testing, which requires cutting out one thing at a time to try to figure out what might be an issue for you. It may be that you don't have any food intolerances, it's just something worth bearing in mind, okay? So if your liver is overloaded and is struggling, then the belief is that it would show up about there, okay? I'd also say be aware of any chemicals that might be in your foods, or harsh chemicals that might be in your products. So just think about what kind of skincare products you're using. Are you using gentle products or harsh products? Sometimes if you have severe skin issues, then the harsh products are needed, but I would say consult a dermatologist before using them because they might not be necessary for you. There might be gentler ways, okay? So the next area worth discussing is your under eye area, okay? Now this is believed to be related to your kidneys, and just like with any other organ of your body, for your kidneys to function properly and optimally, they need to be sufficiently hydrated, okay? So again, good fluid intake, preferably just plain water. That's going to be the most ideal way of keeping your body hydrated, keeping your kidney functioning nicely. I would recommend don't chug down whole glasses of water at a time. I'd say just sip water regularly throughout the day, okay? So maybe a few sips every hour, every half an hour, sipping every 20 minutes, just whatever works for you, just keeping your fluid intake nice and regular, just so that we can keep on top form, okay? This area under your eyes, it's unlikely to break out with acne. What's more likely to happen is dark circles, okay, puffiness, okay, you know the kind of things I mean. And dehydration is one of the biggest things that contribute. The other thing would be sleep, okay? So if you're getting poor sleep, not enough sleep, bad quality sleep, frequently show up on your face if you're not getting a good, solid, restful night of at least 8 hours, okay? Then you could wake up in the morning with the dark circles, okay? So I would just say keep an eye on your sleep. If sleep is something that you struggle with, then there are many different techniques to help you drift off to sleep, such as meditations, ASMR videos, progressive muscle relaxation, okay, as well as practical tips such as try not to eat too late at night, try not to drink too late at night, using blackout curtains or blinds, okay, and avoid staring at your screens, your phone or your TV too late at night, okay? They can just keep your mind buzzed, keep your mind awake, but always listen to your body, okay? Because your body knows what it needs, okay? If sleep is something that you really struggle with, then I would say speak to a doctor, speak to a sleep specialist. If you have things like insomnia or any other sleep conditions, okay? However, there is also the possibility that dark under-eye circles is just hereditary, just genetic, and unfortunately, if that is the case, then there's not a great deal that can be done to get rid of it. I'd say I myself do have a little bit of darkness under my eyes, and I drink water all day long. I sleep well, so it's more likely to be genetic in my case. Okay, I don't know about you. What would you say in your case could be leading to a little bit of darkness under your eyes? Poor sleep. Yeah, it's one of the biggest factors. So you've got dehydration and poor sleep. Dehydration in particular can also make you look a bit sunken in your eyes. So just by drinking more water, you give a nice fuller, plumper look to your face, which can just help kind of disguise any problems, some of the darkness, okay? If you think that there might be a genetic aspect and you've tried everything, you've got your water intake up, you've got good sleep, you've cut out toxins, you've cut down on caffeine, and if you find that you still have it and it's just genetic, then I would say have a look at different eye creams and eye gels. You can get some quite good roll-on eye gels, you know the ones I mean? They have a cooling effect to them. Yeah, they've usually got aloe vera in them, cucumber, mint, those kind of things, so they can really help at least make you feel a bit fresher and brighter, as well as definitely look into a vitamin C serum for under your eyes, which can also have a nice brightening effect, okay? Which can just help to combat some of that darkness. In terms of the makeup, you can color correct, okay? So you can get color correction palettes with green, yellow, pink, purple, orange tones, and I know that green is just come to accept it as part of you. I can see that yours are only very, very minor, so it's definitely not something that needs to be worried about, that you need to be worried about, okay? Just accept that no one is perfect, we all have flaws, but it doesn't take away from our beauty, okay? Because beauty shines from the inside out, okay? And everyone is beautiful in their own way, so just don't forget that, okay? Because you are beautiful as well. Good. Okay, don't forget that. And we'll move on now to talking about your nose. So most noses do have some clogged pores and blackheads, maybe a little bit of pinkness, okay? If you feel like yours is excessively clogged, or excessively oily, or excessively red, then it might be something worth looking into, okay? Your nose is considered to be related to your heart and your blood pressure. So again, bear in mind, this isn't scientific. It's based on ancient Chinese philosophy and belief systems, okay? It's kind of pseudo-scientific, like Reiki. It doesn't mean that it's not true, it just means it hasn't been proven, okay? So take it with a pinch of salt, but it's believed that your nose is related to your heart. So if you're getting a lot of congestion in your nose, in your pores around your nose, could indicate that you have some congestion in your heart, in your arteries. If that's the case, you could speak to your doctor, but I wouldn't worry, okay? There's no need to worry or get stressed. Bear in mind, this is just a possibility, okay? Could mean that you have slightly high cholesterol. Maybe you're eating too much fatty foods, your arteries getting a bit blocked up. There's also to be aware of fatty acids like omega-3, omega-6 and omega-9. So I believe omega-6 are quite inflammatory and omega-3s are anti-inflammatory, so you want a balance. I would always say just try to increase your omega-3 intake and slightly decrease your omega-6. I would never say cut it out. I would never say cut anything out, okay? Just try to think omega-3s, okay? Try to get a little bit every day, or at least 3 or 4 times a week. So the biggest source would be oily fish, salmon, mackerel, tuna, sardines. If you don't eat fish, perhaps you don't like it, or perhaps as a vegetarian or vegan, there's definitely other options such as flax seeds, and I believe a few other seeds as well, and maybe some nuts such as walnuts. Okay, so yeah, just look into the different sources, and if you don't like any of that, you can supplement. You can get capsules, okay? So that's worth thinking about, but again, speak to a doctor before you start any particular supplement, okay? Just to make sure that it's something that you need and that you're taking it in the right doses. because self-medicating or self-supplementing can be a slippery slope. You think, okay, I'll take a multivitamin and I'll take some omega-3, that's fine. But then if you start taking individual vitamins, vitamin C and others, then it can all become a bit too much, okay? It is preferable to get your nutrients from your diet wherever possible, okay? So yeah, supplements are fine, just talk to your doctor first to make sure that you're doing it correctly. So also just keep an eye on your blood pressure as well. You can get blood pressure monitors for home use, so I would always suggest grab yourself one of those. Nowadays you can get some smart watches which tell you your blood pressure, so those are very clever. Technology is advancing quite quickly, okay, so that's fine, just keep an eye on that. But a little bit of oiliness and a few blocked pores, absolutely nothing to be worried about, it's quite normal, okay? Good. So we've just got 2 areas left to talk about, your cheeks and then your chin leading up, including your jawline. So your cheeks, believed to be related to your stomach. So thinking about stomach acids and inflammation, the idea being that if your stomach is inflamed, then it might show up on your face as redness, rosacea, uneven skin tone, acne, broken capillaries, congestion, okay? All sorts of things like that. Okay, so in terms of your stomach acids, I would start thinking about your diet. Yeah, so how acidic is your diet? So again, we're thinking about processed foods, spicy foods, greasy, fatty foods, anything that your stomach is having a bit of a hard time breaking down, okay? And again, I'm not going to tell you to cut it out completely or to avoid it, just to start to think about it, whether it might be excessive in your diet and something worth cutting down on, whether you think there might be a link between your diet and your cheeks or not. It's really up to you, okay? So in terms of stomach acids, yes, we would consider your diet. Again, also your fluid intake. It just helps to flush everything through so your stomach can do a better job if it's hydrated. Similar to your kidneys, similar to your liver, similar to your digestive system. So hydration really is a big factor for all of your organs, including the actual skin itself, okay? The other thing that we can talk about related to your cheeks is your cell phone. So we're touching our cell phone all day long, and then we're touching our face, so we're transferring the germs and the toxins and the bacteria and all of that onto our face. We're putting our phone up to our face, okay? If you use headphones, not the small earphones but the big headphones, you can also get quite spotty around the sides of your cheeks, which is something that I've found recently using those big padded hours and hours at a time, it can lead to a few spots and kind of congestion and even blackheads just here at the sides of your cheeks. Okay, so just something to be aware of. Make sure you're cleaning your phone frequently. You can use antibacterial wipes, they'll be completely fine. Cleaning your makeup brushes frequently, since our cheeks do tend to be the place where we put quite a lot of makeup, or you might not, but you've got your foundation, your blusher, your highlighting and your contouring. It's all fine. Just make sure that you're washing your makeup brushes frequently. I'd also say look into makeup that is more breathable, makeup that's not gonna block your pores too much, as well as making sure that you remove it thoroughly afterwards. Okay? Good. Another factor could be your pillowcase. So you want to make sure that you're washing your pillowcase at least once a week. You can wash it more frequently if you like. I find you can wash it, then you can lay on it for 2 nights and then flip it over and lay on it for 2 nights and then wash it again. So see if that works for you if you're using one pillow. If you're someone who uses 2 pillows, then it's a bit easier because then you can just swap the top one and the bottom one over, then flip that. So just making sure that you're not laying your head on the same side of your pillow for any more than 2 or maximum 3 nights at a time without either flipping it over to the clean side or washing it, changing it to a new one. Okay, so just buy a couple of extra ones and make sure that you're changing them quite frequently, because what can happen is overnight when your head is on your pillow you can sweat, okay? You can get bacteria, germs all transferring onto your pillow, as well as dead skin cells can kind of flake off. They can be very tiny that you don't even notice, okay? As well as maybe hair, okay? And all sorts of bits and pieces can end up on your pillow, especially if you're touching your pillow as well. So any bacteria from your hands can end up on your pillow. So again, just make sure you're changing your pillow nice and regularly. Okay, so that's enough rambling about that. We'll move on to the very last bit, which is your chin and jaw. Now, this is generally hormone related, so unfortunately we have less control over our hormones than we do the rest of our body. Okay, it's just something that happens, something that fluctuates, and so that's why a lot of people do get acne on their chin and up their jaw, and it's the most difficult one to tackle. All I can say is have a look at your food, have a look at what you're eating, check that there's not added hormones in anything you're eating. So quite often added hormones are in meat and dairy, specifically milk, so just have a look at that, okay? Might be something worth cutting down on or switching over to another type. There are some really good non-dairy milks out there that are worth considering. Okay, just overall, stress can also play a role in messing up your hormones, so keeping our stress levels nice and low can help our hormones to stay in check. They have to fluctuate, they have to do their thing, but just so that they're not all over the place, it does help to keep your stress levels down. So I'd say just try to live a nice, peaceful life as much as you can. Okay, focus on your well-being and your self-care. Make time for yourself, okay? So pick 2 or 3 things that make you feel relaxed. Could be, a lie-in in bed once a week. Could be a nice long bath once a week, or half an hour reading your favorite book, or watching your favorite TV show, or it could be something more active like going for a jog. I'd say pick a couple of things that are meaningful to you, that you consider to be part of your self-care and part of your well-being, and try to make time for those, because they can really help keep your well-being levels up and your stress levels down. If stress is something that is quite a concern for you, you can talk to a doctor, your GP, or a therapist to help you come up with some more practical ways to combat that. But overall, in terms of your chin, your hormone levels, just trying to keep your stress down, okay, and keep your diet nice and clean, keep your fluid intake up, okay, and these should help to keep your hormones regulated. Okay, so remember, these aren't scientific ideas. Some of the ideas we've talked about are a little bit more common sense and practical, such as the pillowcase and the cell phone. The idea that what's showing on your face in different zones relates to what's going on inside your body. It's not a scientifically proven idea. It's an ancient Chinese idea, okay? It doesn't mean it's wrong, it doesn't mean it's right. It's just something worth bearing in mind, worth thinking about, okay? And it might work for you to make a few changes, or it might not, but it's worth giving it a go if you think it might help. Okay? Perfect. So, thank you for coming to this session. If you would like any more detailed sessions relating to any specific problems you have, then by all means you can come back.